The late great Merle Haggard right there, y'all. Hey, Telecaster guy, you got any Haggard licks? I'm like, yeah, I love Haggard, man. I grew up on Roy Nichols. I love that stuff, you know, like that intro right there. Just killer stuff, man. It's really cool, you know. And like the famous lick, typical Haggard Roy Nichols stuff, you know. I love that stuff. I mean, that's just killer stuff, you know, and Buck Owens and all those guys out there, Buckaroos, you know, and it's like, good Lord, those guys can play. That was just great tones and great playing. Those guys, the Bakersville sound was... Vince and Paul did a record called Bakersville. And I remember this particular song, Vince cut it, but he had to, because Vince sings real high, so he had to change the key. And the really only way he could do that intro, he had to bend, you know. Merle's version was... You know, he slid into it. 2nd fret to 4th fret. What Vince did, whatever key he did it in, I don't know what key Vince did it in, but it's high. I think Merle did it in E, what I'm playing in. But Vince, he bent the string, he bent that intro. It's cool. Because he had to do it in different keys, so to get it to sound close to the original, Vince did it like that, and I love that. If you haven't got that CD or heard it or anything, you need to get that. That's just killer country music. Vince did it absolutely, and Paul did absolutely fantastic job. And you know, I've talked in the videos in the past, I've talked about artists and their bands, and those bands is what gave them their sound. Well, that's the way the Strangers was to Hag. When they had some session players on some stuff too, that band gave Haggard his sound. You know, Norman and Steele and Nichols on, you know, in the early years. Roy played guitar for Haggard forever. And he just had that twang, that telly sound. You know, I miss that. You don't have that in country music today. You don't have, you know, Dwight Yoakam and his band, you know, Pete Anderson. You've got all session players now and a lot of program music, which is fine. I'm not knocking any of these young guys, man. Do what you got to do. Do what you like. That's what we did in our day. So do what you like. And I like Waylon Jennings, and I like AC/DC, ZZ Top, and Merle Haggard and Buck Owens and all that stuff. So that's what I like. We're in a digital world today, and it's going that way every day, faster and faster. She grew up in the Indiana town, had a good-looking mom. Her name was right, Tom Petty. I mean, they don't do that stuff anymore either. It's not just in the country world. It's rock and roll. Music has changed. The writing has changed, and a lot of this music is programmed now, and that's changed. Which I'm not knocking anybody. Have at it, but I miss the real musicians and the real players in the studio. And I missed, you know, like Tom Petty and Heartbreakers. There again. Heartbreakers helped give him his sound. I mean, those guys were just, you know, Campbell was killer rock and roll guitar player. Simple, but just killer. Tom Petty and Heartbreakers, man. What a band, and what a songwriter he was, songwriter genius. Little ZZ. And Sweet Home, who can forget that song, you know? Eagle stuff, who can, I mean, really, listen to that band. I mean, killer stuff. Thank you guys for liking my videos, and watching my videos, putting comments down below. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for telling people about us, and more coming down the road here, y'all. So turn it up and play loud, and have a great evening, y'all. See you next time. Thanks for watching. God bless.